Hey guys, Caibel the Strategist here, and today we are playing some more, or not some more, but we are playing a new horror map. I couldn't get the public play times to re-download. I think my freaking thing's messing up a little, so. But so far, this one is based off of That's Not My Neighbor, which is a horror game where you have to identify who's a doppelganger and who isn't. For instance, and the way you identify them, by the way, is basically their documentation. So their ID and basically what I'm currently holding in my hands, or rather in my hotbar. But yeah, this is a horror map. There is another. The actual version of this is on, I believe, Steam or something, like Steam or itch.io. Most likely Steam though. But yeah, this is pretty much just a horror game about us trying to identify which person in front of us is a doppelganger and which one isn't. And sometimes, like, it'll be obvious. Like, they'll have, like, more teeth than they normally do, or more eyes than they normally do. At least that's my understanding of it. And I'm relatively good at this. But I am also not the best at it, either. Because I can mess up. So, I'm good, but I'm not the best. But yeah, so far this is relatively fine and calming, and also I've been sick for the past few days, so I'm sorry if I don't seem like as enthusiastic as I normally am, but yeah, I'm kind of just sick. My stomach is churning and I don't know why. But yeah, so far this is just a horror map where we have to identify stuff. And we do that by checking documentation. If you don't know why we do this, it's because the lore of this, or rather the lore of the official game of this, which is That Is Not My Neighbor, is basically we are a doorman. That's it. We are a doorman for an apartment complex that houses people. And sometimes a doppelganger will try to get into the facility by disguising as one of the people. And that's usually seen as bad if they get in. Because the doppelganger will kill you if you lose. Or rather, it will kill you if it gets in. Sometimes it's also hard to tell who's a doppelganger and who isn't, and that's why you have to look really closely at them. And if they have, like, any sort of, like, weirdness going on about them, like their freaking eye is missing, or they have one too many eyes, then you press the red button over on the side, and then you call the people to handle it, which should be the exact same phone number as in the game, which I believe was 3312 in the game, or something like that. And that's kind of pretty much it for this. Anyways, the reason I don't know why I've been sick so much and my stomach is turning so much, because I didn't eat anything that was bad, and it usually doesn't affect me in this way if I do. Like, I do get food poisoning, but, like, my food poisoning is very noticeable. Like, I will need to basically be hugging the toilet for the next few days. And, yeah, that's not exactly good. If I get food poisoning, it's not good. But, this is not food poisoning. I know. Because I don't have to throw up, yet my stomach is churning like I need to. And that's not necessarily a good thing. I'm trying to keep myself calm and take it easy for a while. So, sorry if you guys don't know any of why I can't do certain things. But currently, I am trying to recover from being sick. But I will still record. I will still record videos for you guys. Because you guys like watching my content for some reason. But yeah. This is very much just a game where we're a doorman and we have to figure out who's a person and who is a doppelganger. There's also like hidden secrets in the actual game. Like, I believe there's Peach. Peach is like and I don't mean like Princess Peach, I mean there's a character named Peach. And they are a dude. And all they say is Peach. Like, that's all they ever say is Peach, 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 Peach. They can't say anything else. And here's the Dome, apparently. Freaking tall ass hat. You've done Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. That is located in Dimsdale. Okay. He looks like the guy in the photo, so his appearance is fine. Also, I like how they did the closing of the window. I'm not talking about that, but like, this is pretty well made, I have to say. Because I don't really see many bugs of this on the surface. Because it's really well made. Like, the villagers are all pretty clever. The fact that it uses villagers at all for this is amazing. Because if you didn't know, villagers are supposed to be like people in Minecraft. But they are very different from the player. Also, in Minecraft 64-bit style, it's kind of harder to tell if something is abnormal or not. Because at first I thought those teeth were abnormal. I did not know those were his actual teeth, and that's actually normal. Okay. So far, this dude is on the list. He's fine. Pretty sure that's a player. He didn't give me his ID either. I just now noticed. Where's your ID, man? Freaking... I don't know why you didn't give me his ID. But yeah. He didn't give me one. So, I had to ask for one from him. Which, to me is a little suspicious. And his appearance is different. And the fact that he said he's not a player in a villager skin is alarming to me. Okay then, yeah, he's a, pretty sure he is a doppelganger. Because, A, he has very weird proportions. Yeah, I don't know why. By the way, the best way to pass in games like this is just scrutinize everything. That's it. Just be suspicious of everything. Which, A, I am always suspicious of everyone, including my own people. Which, A, does strain some relationships, but it also makes it so everyone is honest. Because I'm always scrutinizing, it keeps people on their toes. Because they know not to hide much from someone who can literally sense bullshit. Okay. Also, a bit of an IRL update. I did have to correct my mother on my name. But that's fine. She's my mom. She did not know originally what my name was going to be when I set out on being a woman. So, why aren't you on the list? Also, his thinks his businessman, and his file, or rather his file says businessman, and his documentation says magician. He is not a magician. He is a businessman. Hello. Thank you for coming so promptly. Yeah, that guy's the cleanup crew, if you couldn't tell. So, the guy with, like, the hazmat suit on is cleanup. Okay, so this one actually gave me, like, their full documentation from the looks of it. Okay, they are on the, list, so I am pretty sure I let her in already. Pretty sure I let her in. So, let's just give her house a call. Because A, if she picks up, we're gonna know this is not who we're supposed to be letting in. Celine. I was just thinking about the naming, Celine. Well, if the one upstairs is Celine, then, who is the one in front of me? That's what I would like to know. But yeah, from the look of it, their documentation is good. It's just, they're not a person. So, I'm not sure what to do other than to, call the hazmat guy again. It is 12-2, so, or 333-12. Or 3312. That's how. Basically, the way I remember the numbers is basically combine the first two and the last two numbers into two separate numbers and just say it out loud. Because it helps. And the way I remember... Okay, that's a doppelganger. Like, I'm not even going to fuck around with this. A long neck, really. No one in this entire apartment facility is that tall. Like, this may be an apartment complex for villagers, but, no villager is that tall. They're definitely not taller than me, so, yeah. That cleanup crew needs to come back real quick. They missed one, and we can sit down in a chair. So, let's do that. Okay, and they have arrived. Hello. And yeah, sitting in this chair, I just noticed, it gives us a good, like, way to just look around and be, like, at a perfect distance. So, yeah, this is actually a really well-made map, to be honest. I can't really find much faults with this, other than, like, make the NPCs more, like, a little more obvious in terms of, like, their, I guess, differences when it comes to doppelgangers and persons, that is. Not, like, necessarily difference. Also, Celine mentioned she had a twin sister, or a sister of some kind. You might want to add, like, different pages into the thing. That could help. Oh, we let a doppelganger in. And we are dead. We are just dead. Okay, and 0 people killed. I'm guessing the last person was the doppelganger. That's what I'm guessing. Because A, they weren't able to kill anyone before the thing ended, and this guy's back here. I found an Easter egg, apparently. Apparently, the Dimmadome is just behind a painting. Over here. Freaking, what the hell? The Dimmadome, owner of the Dimstill Dimmadome, is behind a painting. And, oh. We got into an elevator. I did not know. And we are back at the ground floor. Lovely. But yeah. This is pretty well, made. Again, not very many flaws I can point out with this. Other than, make the differences a little more obvious when it comes to, like, the doppelgangers and persons. Because that could help, because in Minecraft's, like, style of skins and stuff, it's not always easy to tell who is a doppelganger and who isn't. Also, I like how it's using the name to tell us what the thing is. Which is pretty cool. And actually kind of awesome. Okay. That is a door to nothingness over to my right. So, we got the door to oblivion to the right, and the freaking closets of nothing to my left. And who's this guy? Okay, so he gave me full documentation, so that's good. I don't have to question him, but his proportions are all off. Like, legitimately. Like, is he supposed to be wearing a hat? Because that hat looks a little too close to his eyes. He looks more like a player. Yeah. Yeah, he's a player. His appearance is off. The fact that he's saying he's a villager and not a player in a villager skin is alarming to me. So, we're setting the signal off here. It is better to sick the hazmat guy on innocent people than to just not let doppelgangers in. So, if you wanted to, I guess you could, like, go the easy route and just say everyone's a doppelganger no matter what, and just allow no one in. Because that would be funny. For some reason. And I know this guy. If you haven't seen Element Animations, they are the people responsible for the web series Villager News. And on there, Villager 4 is the reporter. He's the guy with the mustache. The fact that they added this guy in as an Easter egg in plain sight is amazing. And, like, I can already tell he was probably out doing his job. He had an emergency at work. Really? What was the emergency? freaking reporter stubbed his toe. What, they couldn't catch the guy stealing the freaking pumpkin pie? What was the emergency? I have to know. Or was it one of the sign villagers? Or did villager, like, whatever number, fall over trying to hold up a sign? Or did villager 3 get freaking end-rotted up the butt by an scrupulous player? I cannot say scrupulous. I cannot say that word. There is a few words I cannot say because A, my tongue just doesn't work for them. So I try to avoid them. But unscrupulous, I think that's how you say it, is like the one word I cannot say because it's hard for me. And apparently Doug Dimmadome is back. It's Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. Yes, I'm very much aware his name is Rodney, but I call him Doug Dimmadome because of his hat. But yeah, this is getting like late, so I'm gonna have to end the video here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. I love to hear from all of you. And I hope you have a great day and a great evening. Bye!